Nicole is crazy. Yeah, I said what I said. She's crazy. She's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Woo! Nicole is crazy. So effing crazy. Nicole is crazy. Definitely. Yeah. Let's just start with Nicole and Mahmoud. So remember in the last episode how they got into that really big fight in front of all her friends. She was humiliating him and she was like, "You little hateful beep." And he was just like, "Whoa, okay, I'm done. I'm leaving." So he steps outside after being harassed by his wife. So her guy friend Julian, he goes outside with Mahmoud to try and talk to him. And Mahmoud tells him, "Listen, we argued about her clothes because of my religion. She already knew. It's against my religion. It makes me feel very uncomfortable." And Julian goes, "Well, you know women. They say some really nasty, hateful things to us." Okay. But Mahmoud was like, "No, she should know. Like, we always argue about this." And then Julian tries to make him feel better again by saying, "Well, Nicole dresses very conservatively compared to the other hoes in LA. I mean, their tits are out, their ass cheeks are out. Nicole's pretty covered up." And Mahmoud is like, "Okay, like, it doesn't matter. They're not my wives. Nicole's my wife. And she agreed that we would practice Islam." And then he thinks of something else that they could connect over. And he goes, "Well, you met my girlfriend Olga out there. She's from Ukraine. And I had to change a little bit about myself for her and vice versa." And Mahmoud goes, "Well, this is a non-negotiable. If she can't accept me as a Muslim, our relationship is over." And so Julian tries to convince Mahmoud to try to work it out.
It's better to work out your marriage than it is to divorce. Divorce isn't a good thing, too, for your religion, right?
"Why don't you butt out, you butt face?" Mahmoud then goes into the bedroom alone, and then her friends kind of push her in the bedroom, and they're like, go, make up with him, go talk to him." And she goes into the bedroom. She sees him packing his things. Now, while this is happening, her friend Julian is doing an interview scene with the cameraman and the producer, and he's saying, "Oh, you know, I think he's a great person, and I think they're a great couple. They're very compatible. I think they just need to get through this hump." While he's saying that last sentence, you can hear Nicole in the background go, "Get the f*** out of here, Mahmoud!" And Julian's like,
"Get out of my house. Go."
And the look on Julian's face was hilarious. She's screaming at him and she's absolutely losing her shit, and he just keeps on packing. So then she goes out and goes to Julian. She's like, "Come on, do something, stop him." And Julian's like, "What the fuck am I supposed to do?" And so he's like, "Okay." And then he goes back inside and Mahmoud is still packing. He's closing up his suitcase and he's about to walk out. And Julian's like, No, Mahmoud, you have to work this out with Nicole." And Mahmoud goes, "Please, just get out of the way. I need to leave." And Julian goes, "No, this is too much." And Mahmoud goes, "No, this is not too much." And then Nicole goes, "Shut up, Mahmoud. Bitch, why don't you shut the fuck up?" They go back and forth. At this point, Mahmoud is pleading with Julian. He's like, "Please let me go. I am losing my mind. I need to get out of here." And then Nicole, batshit Nicole, from the side like a little sniper, she grabs his suitcase from his hand and puts it away. And Mahmoud is like, "Oh my God, please, I need to go. And Julian's like, No, bro, work it out." Oh my God, I think we have a hostage situation right here. Let him go. #free Mahmoud. If I were him, I would have lost my damn mind. I would have screamed bloody murder. I would have started grabbing whatever was next to me and throwing it at the wall until these people got the F out of the way.
No. Where are you going to go?
Serious now. Very serious. So
Dude.
No way.
But it's late. Where are you going to go?
I'm not going to stay 1 second here.
Please don't.
You know how when you're so angry and you just need space, you just need some time alone to cool off, and then people around you are preventing you from leaving?
Hey, no.
Okay, you can take it. Don't even take it. Please, like, I
take
just
a walk.
need to go
All right, that's
away
fine.
from...
Yeah, that's fine. Take your stuff.
No.
Oh, hell no. Nope. No. I honestly, I would have lost my damn mind and I would have looked like a psycho crazy bitch who needed a 5150. And while all this chaos is happening, Julian somehow gets out of the way. Mahmoud is able to leave from the doorway and he's trying to exit through the front door. And Julian goes, no, why don't we just, take a breather on the balcony? What, so he can jump off? But finally, Mahmoud is able to escape. And Julian runs after him. I don't know why he feels like it's his responsibility to get him. Are you Nicole's little bitch? Are you her handler? Like, why is he taking the responsibility to grab Mahmoud and bring him back to her? But anyway, Mahmoud is finally out of the apartment building and he walks away and Julian is walking after him and he just walks faster and faster and then he's like running away from the cameramen, from Julian, from the producers. And yet again, here we have another person running away from these 90-day lunatics. Let's move on to Emily and Kobe. So the two of them chat about the ball game and how she talked to his friends and how his friends told her that they don't really like her. If your friends don't support our marriage, then I don't want them to come to our wedding. And he's like, no way. I need to have my best friends at my wedding. Like, we're in Cameroon, in my country where I grew up with my friends and my family. I want them at our wedding. Okay, well, if they want to come to our wedding, then they have to approve of our relationship. Okay, Kaba?
Are you going to invite the ex-girlfriend too? Is she coming to the wedding?
I don't know where you're driving to with this, but...
So what I found out was that when you met me in China, that you were still dating your girlfriend in Cameroon. But when I met you, you told me you were single, and then you proposed to me right away.
It's crazy, because, I don't know where this is all coming from.
It's coming from Valerie. That's where it's coming.
Nah,
it's coming from your friend.
It's both.
Now, I don't know if he's being honest. I could see a situation where he did have a girlfriend and then he went to China and then found Emily and then she got pregnant and he was like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to commit to her, and then had to break up with the girlfriend. Who knows? But he denies it and he's very upset that they're all talking about his past together. And so Emily's like, you know what? I want to meet your ex-girlfriend. I want to meet your ex-girlfriend so I can ask her for myself. Oh my God, please do not bring the ex-girlfriend. Don't make this a storyline. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't care. Okay, I don't care. It's a brand new day. The whole entire family is in the car and they're at a checkpoint and Emily's family's freaking out a little bit because there's policemen and they want to ask them some questions. And she's like, oh my God, Kaba, why do they want us to stop? This is so scary. And Kobe's like, it's fine, everybody, just calm down, just take out your IDs. They're just going to ask a few questions, just stay calm. And so that's exactly what they do. Oh my God, and in Emily's confessional with Kobe, she was like, Kaba, I'm not used to like a bunch of policemen in uniforms and big guns like pulling me over. I don't even know if she realizes what she's saying right now. They all go to a park and they meet up with Emily and Kobe's friend that they met in China. She was actually Kobe's friend and then they all met, obviously, because Kobe and Emily hooked up, blah, blah, blah. She brought her kid plays with their kids, and it's all very cute. Oh, and her name's Valerie. And isn't it funny how her name is Valerie and then Kobe's guy friend's name is also Valerie? So anyway, Valerie and Emily sit down to catch up and Emily tells her how Kobe's guy friends don't really like her. They're not accepting of her and they want her to be more like a Cameroonian woman and they think she's really, really bossy. And she's like, I'm not bossy. I just like to get things done. And her friend goes, you are bossy. Emily, we used to call you Bossy Emily. You are so bossy. Valerie advises Emily to try and get along with the guy friends. You know, that's going to go a very long way. So she's like, okay, fine. I'll think of a way to like win their hearts and they're going to fall in love with me. I'm going to butter them up and make sure they like me. So Emily plans a night out. She's like, invite your friends, Kaba. We're going to the nightclub. We're going to have a night full of dancing and drinking. And it's going to be so much fun. So they're at a club. Kobe's feeling the music. He's feeling the vibe. He's happy. He's dancing. They all arrive. They're in good spirits. And I thought the vibe was good. I thought this was going to be a really good thing until Valerie tells Emily that he's shocked she invited them out to a nightclub.
Mostly when a wife and a husband want to invite us, they invite us in the house. They'll come and get a dinner, come and eat.
But I don't have a house.
I'm surprised that you probably bring her out in the nightclub.
And then the other idiot tells her that they grade their friends' wives by how they host. And the fact that she's hosting them at a nightclub is very concerning. It is very bad. F for failure.
We Africans, we grade situations like this. I for one, grade it bad.
My God, they're really pissing me off. But damn, I feel like Emily handled herself so well because I would have lost my shit. Oh, I just can't stand his friends. They really piss me off. So Emily and Valerie get into kind of an argument and Emily walks out and I can't blame her. It was so frustrating. He kept talking over her, interrupting her, wouldn't let her speak.
You hurt my feelings.
Listen, you're bossy.
I'm
Listen, you're
talking.
bossy.
You're trying to interrupt me when I'm
Those are the things I've been talking
You're
about
trying
for
to
me
interrupt
because
me
you're
while I'm
always
talking.
bossy.
Okay, I'm done talking.
Honestly, they're lucky it wasn't Angela. Can you imagine if Angela were there? She would have thrown, the least she would have done is thrown all the drinks in their faces. Let's talk about Ed and Liz. Now, Liz is driving while she's crying because Ed canceled the wedding. But who's surprised? Anybody surprised? Apparently, they got into an argument in front of the entire family. Okay, they were at Ed's sister's house. Ed made tacos, and he made Riley's plate, or taco plate, whatever, too spicy. And Riley was like, "Oh, Ed, it's so spicy." And Ed goes, "Suck it up, kid. Stop being a little baby." And Liz was like, "Excuse me? What did you just say?" And then they got into a fight. And it just escalated and she started screaming and throwing things. And he was just, doing what Ed does, gaslighting her, being so condescending and such a little asshole, I can only imagine. And this was happening in front of everybody and it just wouldn't stop. And Ed was so embarrassed that anyone would talk to him like that. So after taco night, they go to bed. Liz wakes up and Ed is gone. And not only is he gone, she gets a phone call from the wedding officiant. "Liz, I'm so sorry to hear that your wedding didn't work out." And she's like, "Huh? What do you mean our wedding? What?" And they're like, "Oh, Ed canceled the wedding." And she's like, "What?" So Ed canceled their wedding without even telling her. Then we see Big Ed chatting with his sister with these big black dark sunglasses on. It's like the ones you get when you get your eyes dilated and the eye doctor gives it to you. She had an eye infection, so she was wearing them. And I was like, "Lady, if you have an eye infection and it looks gross, don't show the camera. We believe you. Keep your glasses on." Anyway, so Ed is like,
"I'm so sorry, sister, about the fight that we had at your house. But yeah, this is what I have to deal with Liz all the time, okay? And I'm just so sick of it."
and his sister's like, "Yeah, Ed, I really did think she was going to stop eventually, but she kept going and wow, it was scary." Big Ed already contacted the wedding venue and got his deposit back.
So I talked to the owner, Greg, and he's being so nice. He's like, "Absolutely, yeah." So I got my deposit back.
Glad.
Thank God.
And he's like, "Now all I have to do is contact all our family and friends and let them know that the wedding's off."
He honestly thought their relationship took a turn when they filmed The Last Resort because therapy went so well. And I was like, what? They were fighting all the time. Ed is in some other world. I don't know. He hasn't reached out to Liz yet, but she hasn't reached out to him either. And he's like, "I know she's waiting for me to reach out to her and apologize to her like I always do, and then we'll be back on good terms. But this is it. I'm not doing this anymore because I feel like if I get married to her, my whole life is going to be miserable." And so he is going to break up with her for the 15th and final time.
What makes this breakup different is that this is not about anger. I'm not angry at Liz. It's just realizing that we're not meant to be together.
How do you think she's going to take it? Do you think she's going to beg for another chance? Or is she going to cry and get mad and storm out? Or is she going to play it cool and be like, "Okay, fine. I wanted to dump you anyway"? I feel like she's going to get really mad, but cry, and then agree to end the relationship. Moving on to Rob and Sophie. Now remember, they made up and she's finally back home and he's feeling really good. Okay, he prepares her a breakfast that consists of 4 crackers and 4 slices of smoked salmon with a mozzarella cheese ball in the center. And he opens up a drawer to, find something else to put on the plate. And he finds this ring and he's like, "Oh, that kind of looks like Sophie's wedding ring. Let's just tell her it's her wedding ring." So he sticks the ring in the mozzarella ball and puts it in the center of this sad breakfast plate. And he's so proud of it, and he hands it to her, and he was like, "Hi, sweetie, I just wanted to make you breakfast." And Sophie was like, "Oh my God, Rob, I've never had a guy make me breakfast. That is so sweet, but you know I don't like cheese. It smells really, really bad." Girl, it's mozzarella cheese. It doesn't even have a flavor or a scent. And he's like, "There's your ring." And she's like, "Oh my God, you found it. But Rob, it looks a little different. I don't think this is a ring." And he's like, "Yes, it is." She's like, "No, it's not." "Yes, it is." "No, it's not." "Yes, it is." And she's like, "Okay, yeah, I think it is." Okay. Since they're one big happy family again, Rob really wants Sophie to make an effort to start bonding with his child, Tarantula. He takes the little case with the tarantula in it and he's like, "Will you pet it?" And she's like, "No, ew," which I totally agree with. Get that spider away from me.
Oh my God, does it like the people? Is it like a dog?
Is it like a dog? No.
Does it like to be
definitely
pet?
not like a dog.
It's actually, up close, it's not as scary as I thought because it's kind of fluffy.
I'm sorry, but no. I'm not having any bugs, flies, or insects or anything that crawls in my home. And I don't care if they're your pets, all right? If they somehow escape their little cages that they're in and they come crawling towards me, I am going in my closet and grabbing my Raid and spraying the shit out of it. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Am I sorry? No, I'm really not sorry. You should be sorry. Also, can you imagine watching this scene and someone's in the other room listening to what you're watching and all he's saying is, "Come on, I want you to touch it, Sophie." "No, Rob, I don't want to touch it." "Come on, it's really soft right now. Touch it." "No, I don't want to touch it."
I'm going to touch it.
That'd be pretty cool.
It's actually, up close, it's not as scary as I thought because it's kind of fluffy. Oh my God, it's moving, Rob. I'm going to touch it.
Try to just get the confidence to go in there, touch it.
I'm actually really scared. I'm scared.
Just try to be smooth with it.
I touched it. I touched it. Oh my God. It was soft.
It was very soft, right? Like,
did you expect me to touch it?
Nope. Never.
Are you impressed with me?
Yeah, very.
Later that night, she meets up with her friend Kay. And this is where we learn Sophie and Rob have not had schmecks in 6 months. They're newlyweds. And even before that, their schmeck's life was pretty mid. They didn't do it often, and he required her to dress up and role play in order for him to get turned on, and she's just not really into that. And I just felt like this was another case of a guy watching way too much porn who needed like certain things to get turned. I don't know. Kay's like, "Oh, there's something wrong with him down there," which I thought was a little too much. Like, don't talk about his stuff like that. Sophie admits that she has been intimate with women, but she hasn't told Rob. And remember in the last season when she told Rob that she was bi and he had asked her a bunch of follow-up questions, I remember thinking Sophie's answers to his questions are so strange. Because he would be like, "Have you ever hooked up with a girl?" And she was like, "Rob, no, I've never dated a girl." And I'm like, what? And this is exactly why she purposely answered his questions like that because she didn't want to lie, but she also didn't want to tell him at the time because he was just so pissed off all the time and she just didn't want to get into another fight, which I totally understand.
But Rob and I have really been in a great place and we haven't been this good in a very long time, and I don't want us to just be okay. I want us both to actually be truly happy. And I think in order for that to happen, we need to start actually improving our sex life.
So yeah, anyway, that's it. I skipped over Patrick and Thais and Lauren and Alexi. Basically, if you want to know what happened, Patrick and Thais get to Brazil. They meet the dad. He's not happy, I think. I don't know. I just fast forwarded. And Lauren wants a mommy makeover. Her friends and her mom is like, "No, you don't need it." But like, honestly, Lauren, you do you. If she wants the mommy makeover, let her get the mommy makeover. And she's doing it for herself. Although the body dysmorphia did concern me a little bit, I feel like you need to address that before you get any plastic surgery. Because if you're getting plastic surgery to desperately make yourself feel better, it may not work. And then you may get yourself into some trouble. I feel like you just have to not rely on this plastic surgery to solve all your problems. I feel like you need to be okay with yourself. And then if you want to feel better, you can get it. I don't know. I don't understand why other people are so like, "Don't get the plastic surgery. You don't need the mommy makeover." Like, let the girl do what she wants. She just had 3 kids and she wants to get a mommy makeover to make things tight and right. Ugh. Well, that's it for the recap of Happily Ever After Season 8, Episode 6. And before I go, I have a quick announcement about my Patreon. Now, I've thought long and hard about this, and I decided to add another tier. Okay, it's an $8 a month tier. So if you're a $5 a month member, you can just upgrade. And I think if you already paid for the month of April, they're going to charge you $3 more and then charge you $8 going forward. You can always downgrade. You can cancel for a month or two or however long and then join back again when you feel like it. You can do whatever you want. But I am going to do like a free open live stream tonight. I know this is very impromptu, last minute decision. I am going to live stream the season 4 premiere of Love in Paradise. Okay, it's season 4, episode 1, 8 o'clock p.m. tonight Eastern, 7 Central, 5 o'clock Pacific time. I will be in my potato form and I will stream the episode live. Okay, and we can all watch it together and chat on our keyboards. I think that's all I have to say. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Give this video a thumbs up because I'm a thirsty bitch. And I will talk to you in the next one. And hopefully I'll see you tonight. Bye.
It's a recap. It's a recap. It's a